Welcome everyone to the second ever episode of A Little Dicey Reroll. Look, wait, I've got dice. Ready? Sound effects.
I literally did not even hear it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wait.
You got a gate on there?
Wait, do you have noise suppression on?
I don't know, fam. I don't know. Listen, this is episode 2. We haven't worked out the kinks yet, and some of them are NSFW, so we'll never work them out. I don't know what you want.
You got to keep
All
the
right.
kinks in the show.
We have got 2 guests today. We've got Kaz, we've got Kill, and also Kill's dog, who is not a canon character. Don't ask for it. It's not happening.
He's too powerful.
Too powerful.
So powerful.
You heard it here first, folks. Powerful.
He's
Oh,
powerful.
no.
Powerful. I was asked to do a cute intro. All I got are puns. I don't know, fam. All right. You should have said, do a cute intro that doesn't include very bad puns. No puns for you. I'm gay. I can't help it, fam. All right.
Gay's famously bad at being cute. What the fuck?
No, gays love puns.
Straights love puns.
Everyone loves puns.
Yeah, come on. Everybody
Old
loves
people
puns.
and also gay people.
Those are the 2 categories of people.
Everyone else is irrelevant.
I'm calling you out, Matt. Okay, we're going to start off with the dog and also Garrett doing the recap.
Right. So, I got a really quick, like 3-sentence one, then I have bullet points of important things that happened. So, when last we met. I'm just kidding. That's not my thing. So basically, all that happened was we chose to take Kill to the dinner with Thorn instead of Indigo. Indigo was left behind with Rennie. Went and had dinner with Thorn, got a quest, came back. Harry Garland met up with Rennie and their best buds, and we made a plan to go to the mine and possibly break into Stoneholm, the prison. Very quick, very succinct. Now let's get into the meat of it. So we went to Thorn's McMansion, and we were told to relieve ourselves of weapons. Kaz kept one strapped. He kept that thing on him. We met what I can only assume is Chekhov's dragon head, which was a copper dragon head that was not killed by Thorn. It apparently had been around for hundreds of years, kept pristine through necromancy. And I have a little note about it. Just before the March of Blood, something we have not talked about in stream, Dragonborn and Dragon Riders were fighting, and some great warrior came up and slew the copper dragon. Kaz went to the top of the stairs of the mansion and found that they were either trapped or like there was some sort of mechanism at the top of the stairs. Every set of stairs that he tried. We finally met the Garland family properly. Harry Garland was wearing all black, which was supposedly umbral in origin. Harry Jr. Yeah, because there's Harold and then Harry, who is Harold Jr. Quick fun fact: the fact that it's umbral in origin is very interesting because Umbra is a territory northeast in Naladai, which is like sort of the opposite of where we are right now.
Also interesting because Umbra is sort of kind of famously colorful.
Is it?
Well, I at least Last Light seemed to be sort of famously colorful and vibrant, which is the capital of Umbra. But former times, I suppose. Who knows what it's like?
Yeah, that's true. Kill cracks an outhouse door, and we try to talk to Harry, who is hesitant to talk about Rennie, assuming that because he assumed that it was some sort of trap set by Thorn. We learn Kill has an unintimidating, possibly prehensile / reticulated penis. We saw Dove, who had previously been arrested trying to escape town, serving the dinner at the mansion. I feel like we didn't talk about this enough. Thorn said that Ibrahim had something to help with the wild magic surges. I I really wish we had done some follow-up on that.
I feel like you couldn't effectively do that though without Indigo there. It would
Yeah,
have
that's
felt
true.
very much like if Kaz was missing for an episode and then they were like, guys, we're gonna get real into talking about Eric Stan. Let's all go hunt him down while Kaz isn't here.
I would lose my mind. um, Dinner is so fun and good. There's talk of Harry going to the capital to be a soldier. His parents are super against it, or at least Jewel is super against it.
Is my mom.
Um, Thorn offered the quest finding out what happened at the Iron Mine and why it's shut down. Apparently, people were having like nightmares and stuff around it. Ibrahim seems to be against it, but we had a little Easter egg from the chat. Um, yeah, from the chat. uh, and we got the knowledge, or Kill, I think specifically got the knowledge that like somehow it seemed choreographed or like rehearsed. Like the whole thing was some sort of planned event. We did end up accepting the quest, obviously, and Harry and Arant will be joining us. Uh, Laurent, Laurent,
It's just
uh,
Errant and Laurent.
Laurent, Errant
It's
and
just
Laurent.
Errant. Yeah.
I know. I just want to pronounce them all funny because I'm pretty sure I spelled it wrong in here.
Ah,
But Arant will be joining us.
Errant.
Laurent.
It's not a
That's what I
Errant,
bitch.
said.
like Aaron
Arant.
with a
Arant.
T at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Errant.
You're saying Arant.
All right, so Laurent is in the Crownsport, West Crownsport. Laurent, the other guy, is in West Crownsport doing stuff that could not be put off. So not the entire council was there. We find that Jules seems to be pretty domineering with Harold. Um, Whenever they had like any sort of disagreement, she was pretty quick to be like, "Shut the fuck up, Harold. We don't want this for our son." Um, Dove is seen to be very friendly with Harry. We did learn that they are friends, or were, I guess, before she became slave. Might be a slave.
And Garrett can resume.
Mm-hmm. Go off.
Resume.
Oh, that was the countdown?
I did. That was it. Did you not get that?
No. I thought
I'm really
you were,
good at
you were
this.
doing an example of what your countdown would be
Of
like.
numbers.
Yeah, anyway. So
We're back.
and another important bullet point, because this might be useful later, is that Kill was really buttering up Harold Garland. Harold Garland seems like a huge Kill fan right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated to anything important in the story, but I thought was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, Kill whips his dick out and keeps telling a story, and Jenna is like doing this, and at one point looks at him and like looks down and looks back up really quickly, and it is so fucking funny.
It needs to be clipped. I want to see this.
Yep.
She texted me. She was like, "Where does this happen?" I have the exact moment now. So it's the sequence starts about 3 hours, 29 minutes, and 8 seconds, and the glance down is 3:29:35.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
It's
awesome.
so quick. It's like, and that's it. You barely see it, but I happened to be watching because I was getting these bullet points,
Mm-hmm.
and I lost it.
Yeah.
Good.
Jenna definitely does the best job of Liam O'Briening and being in character constantly.
Very
Mhm.
physically in character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, then she would
I
look
was-
up if she was
I
in
was-
character.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mika about this a while ago.
Mhm.
It would be so much easier to do that if like we could look at each other.
Mhm.
The fact that we're all like on one side of the table, and I know he's setting it up differently. Hopefully, we'll be able to like
Have
keep
some
it
character
how it
moments.
is.
Yeah.
Because like I hate that I really can't see you or Jamie at any given moment. I know that the setup for the overlay would have to change, which would be a huge pain in the ass, but Yeah, it would be better. I understand it's difficult though, so I'm not like shitting on Sal. Anyway, we returned to the inn. We saw the Indigo's wild magic surge filled a room with vines, which was so
Advanced
much fun.
plant growth.
Advanced plant growth. Harry came to us, saw Rennie, talked about getting Markroft out of Stonehome, and Harry said that he had a friend who could help us, and he doesn't want to kill Errant if possible. Errant.
Yes.
Laurent.
Indeed.
Laurent.
Laurent is the other
Aaron.
guy. Oh my
Rennie.
God.
Blah, blah, blah.
Good.
All right.
Nice. And then
with that beautiful recap.
Yeah. I mean, we could kind of, if we want to talk about our, like, highlights of this episode between the characters, if y'all want to talk about moments that, like, stuck out to you or things that you want to, like, explore on more out of character, I feel like that might be...
I do briefly want to ask Matt, why did Kill come with me to go talk to Harry? Like, that caught me so off guard. I did not think that was going to happen.
Duh.
That's what the boys do.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think I was just like, yeah, I'll come. And then it just became very funny because of course, classically dudes don't go to the bathroom together or whatever, but like it was I think actually as a player, one thing that I've noticed that we've been doing a lot, which I think is fine, but it definitely like slows down the pacing of the story and the gameplay, is we've been doing a lot of like my one character goes off and does a thing. And then the next person's like my one character goes off and does a thing. And so all of a sudden like each of us are taking like half-hour like side quests.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, the actual timeline isn't advancing. Now I wasn't like, oh, if I don't go with Garrett, then I'll have to come up with something else to do and then the game will slow down. But I think we've gotten into this little bit of a habit to be doing a lot of separate stuff. And I think it just seemed fun in that moment. Like, yeah, I'll do that. And, and then it became just kind of a very fun character.
Yeah.
Fun little vignette.
Y'all never get to hang out, so.
That's true.
And I honestly, I fully blame it on the fact that like we can't see each other, we can't interact in the way that like I can interact with Jenna, or you can interact with Jenna, or you can interact with Jamie. Like,
you really do have the best spot,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's hard, I find, to have like those kind of spontaneous like improv interactions if you can't catch a person's eye to be like, all right, we're gonna start talking now. Like, it's so much harder to get your pacing correct and to make sure you're not tripping over each other and cutting each other off. If you can't look at a person, then you can't, like, you've removed like 75% of your cues on how to do conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And also, just from like a character perspective, Kill is the most sort of perceptive and insightful one in the group by far. And so like, if we're going to try to suss out how a person feels about a situation, Kill's probably going to want to be there and the party's probably going to want him to be there.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because he is the best suited to understand what the other person is saying both verbally and non-verbally, but he's the least equipped to like be persuasive or to navigate a conversation. And so like one day we'll end up actually working, in tandem in an effective way where like one person is sort of like leading, one of the big charismatic members of our group is sort of leading the discussion, and then Kill is sort of assisting, almost like a translator. But for now, it's always fun just to see what happens.
We need to do like the trope of having an earpiece on a first date with someone who's like really suave. Except you're just like translating what's going on. Like, oh no, like they're not into this. You need to switch tactics now.
Yep.
I want it.
One other question about Kill specifically. So he doesn't know what an outhouse is. presumably that's like the only form of toiletry we have. What has Kill been doing this whole time? Has he just been like shitting out? Like, because obviously we don't address when our players go to the bathroom, but like
Right.
he's just shitting and pissing outside.
What has he been doing like since he left the island? Like since he got to Moore, basically? Yeah.
Yeah, well, because we're gonna end up. We're like in a city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what have you been doing? Do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great question. This is where you get these hard hitting questions.
Oh yeah.
Well,
He's
for
Reroll answers the
sure.
questions we all want to
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, for sure. Up until his adventuring started, he was exclusively going to the bathroom outside.
Mhm.
Right. Easy.
But like, what was he doing in Moore and on the ship and in Crownsport? I don't know. Let's say shitting outside.
See,
like-
in the Crownsport, I get that
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
like, what are we doing in the Crownsport? You know, like it's not a big city. You can
Mhm.
probably shit outside without being noticed.
Mhm.
In Aberlock, which is a pretty locked in city. I mean, we've been there I think 3 days now.
Yeah.
So either Kill is sneaking off to an alleyway to shit, or he's just been holding it the whole time.
Or just walking and shitting.
Yeah.
like
Hey.
like a horse.
You don't know the sort of digestive cycle of the turtle.
Yeah.
You're right.
It might
You're
be
right.
sort of like a once every 2 weeks kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like a sloth. They
Yeah.
Of all,
shit every like 3 days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
of
Just
all
come
the
down
deep
from the tree.
of all the deep character assessments I've done on this character and many others, this is not one that I've put a great deal of thought into. So for now, whatever's funniest, my man, I'm good with.
Fair enough.
It's a good
Fair enough.
guess.
Tortoises poop every 2 to 3 days on average.
There we go.
So
Well,
you
that's a
could
tortoise,
have
not a turtle.
theoretically, okay, but assuming it's the same, you could theoretically have just not pooped
Also,
yet.
bear in mind, Kill, this 400-pound dude,
Mm-hmm.
primarily eats a single berry in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Probably
ooh,
not a lot of
point.
defecation required.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Considering it's magical, it's theoretically possible you just don't have to poop. when
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm waste free.
God damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on that berry cleanse.
Yeah.
Love it.
Kill
Alright,
really
so
is
do
the
we-
best of us.
Do we want to get into some of the questions from either Extra or B Monk?
Yeah, I think that's
Hell yeah.
that's solid. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking leading this. You guys are the hosts. What am I doing?
Maybe
my
shut
God,
the
yell at
fuck
me.
up, but like it's
Yeah.
fine.
Men on podcast, right? All right.
Ah,
Oof, oof.
Mika, do you want to read the first question?
Sure. Let me pull that boy up, perhaps, or maybe not. I'll pull it up on my phone.
Do you want me to get it?
You do the first one.
Okay. For the cast of A Little Dicey D&D, if you could go back into the campaign and change the input, what you did, or the outcome, what the consequence was of any situation, what would you change and why? Matt, would you like to start?
Sure. So I think the one that, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty. I'm always like, just like whenever you're like, oh, I wish I had said that earlier, after like a fight with somebody or whatever. I think about like missed opportunities a lot. I think the one that stood out the most for me, which wasn't like consequential, but I just, as a player, I felt like I just like was having a bad day, and I felt like I left a lot on the table. Was the day that we first met Athair, the leader of the Moorfolk, and then subsequently we met Gore's Blacktongue. And in both of those interactions, I felt like those were really probably very interesting characters with a lot of history and a lot of interesting things to say, and probably a lot of interesting knickknacks in the room, which who knows what they might have been. And I felt like they didn't get a lot of time, partially because Cassandra went off on sort of like started lying, and we had to kind of cover up for it with it there. And then Gore's, casting charms and stuff on the
Oof
rest of the
magic.
party. But like, bottom line is, in both those interactions, I was like, they probably had a lot of interesting information and maybe even items that we might have had access to. And I felt like I was kind of uniquely situated to connect with them. And obviously, Gores I connected with more later, but I just felt like I was leaving something on the table in those interactions. Those are the ones that stand out to me for whatever reason. And we never really got a chance to spend much time with it there after that. So it was kind of, you know, kind of,
Yeah.
we just missed one.
Jenna obviously is not here, but she did send us her answer, so I will share it with you all. Jenna said that she would have loved if they somehow could have saved Desmua, if we'd gotten her to be able to communicate with us or something. She says that she loved her no matter how many people she's killed. And honestly, even just like me on the outside, I also I really mourned the loss of Desmua. I really wish that you guys had been able to save her and do something more in that situation. But like, I'm not disappointed in how it went, but I do wish, like, fly on the wall style, if I could change like one ripple in the pond, it would have been to try and save her.
Desmua was the victim for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she went on and did some shitty stuff, but like overall, she was a very forgivable character, and I didn't expect to kill her when I shot her with that bow and arrow. I was just like, oh shit. Like, that was very much a moment for Kaz where he was like, oh shit, he's gonna or she's gonna get killed.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, because that was the whole point of setting up that shot, was like, just stop her from getting killed, because Kill's hanging out back there for whatever reason.
And so, what, Garrett, would be like, what would you have wanted to change? Like, what's your answer for this one?
As a character, as Kaz, I wish I had killed Eric Stant. I wish I had gotten like one more lucky roll, because I think
Oh.
Sal told me afterwards that he was like 1 HP or like some shit like that. As Garrett, I think what I would have changed for Kaz is I would want him to have been more aggressive with Stant when he went downstairs and found him in the storage. Not necessarily, like, I don't think I should have attacked him. I think I was right not to. But I think Kaz would have been more threatening instead of like, whatever, you're safe right now. If I see you again, blah blah. I think Kaz should have been like, straight up, listen here, I am going to kill you. I am going to find you after this, and I am going to kill you. I think that just would have been a more honest to Kaz reaction, and I think it would set up stakes better for the next interaction that we end up having with Eric.
Very nice.
All right. Do we want to do the next question from Extra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to we'll do the 3 questions from Extra, and then we could do the 3 questions from BMUC?
Yeah, sounds
All
good.
right.
Question 2 from our friend Extra. Thank you again for the wonderful questions. This one is for Garrett. Kaz seems like a short-tempered guy, and seems to be that way a lot. So, do we see any sort of character development in the aspect of Kaz's temperament?
So I have done a few things very purposely with Kaz. From the beginning, I knew that like this is a very traumatized boy. And having worked with a lot of people who like have gone through some shit, I try to put in behaviors that I have seen people actually do. So like random outbursts like he had at the Hangman's, where he's just like, I'm gonna start some shit. I'm gonna and like focusing on one person specifically. And it was the same thing with the paranoia about something being poisoned at Thorns. I don't wish that I had played that up more, but I think if I had made it clearer that like this is what Kaz is feeling versus Garrett being like, this shit's poisoned. Although I also was like, I did just randomly have that thought, and I was like, I'm gonna throw that in there.
It's a
as
good
for
thought. I don't know. We've had some
yeah.
trouble with
I
food.
definitely was also thinking that.
Yeah, it was sus.
The moment that Dove was like, here's your soup, I was like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
no one else eat that shit.
Mm-hmm.
As for character development, I don't want to stop. Like, I don't want to change him on that level. I do think that like his outbursts, what my goal is, and this will only happen if I can justify it as things go on, is for Kaz to sort of direct it better. Instead of like not having a short temper anymore, he's gonna learn like coping skills.
Mm-hmm.
Where instead of yeah, instead of being like, I'm kind of feeling in a bad mood, I want to get self-destructive, it's gonna be like, I'm feeling kind of bad, I'm gonna go take a quest. Like
Mhm.
to where he's using that energy and that drive to like help people, even
Be
though that is
productive.
even though it's still somewhat self-destructive because he's throwing himself into danger. For the most part, it's something that he feels like he knows how to do, and he can just help someone get this gross feeling out of his system. Um, I don't want to say, I don't want to make him like an anti-hero. He's not going to be like that. But I think someone who's like more of a reluctant hero, where like he does a lot of good shit, but when someone's like, "Thanks, like you're such a good guy," he'd be like, "Shut the fuck up." And I'd never say that shit about me again.
Mhm. I see his character projection just like in my own mind as honestly being very like parallel to, if you guys are Taz fans, Magnus Burnside, because at the beginning Magnus is very much Magnus rushes in, no thought, just does the thing. And then he learns that there's a better way to employ that kind of bravery and brazenness. And I like just kind of see a very similar style of potential progression for Kaz of being like Kaz just react and just like
Yeah.
does the thing, and eventually we'll learn to kind of like shape that a little bit more into a more productive behavior.
And we even sort of see the start of that when he approaches the captain, something tree, I'm blanking on it, but the Goliath captain of the ship when we were leaving Moore. Instead of just attacking Stant, he was like, how can I attack Stant and not get killed?
Yes.
Which is just part of Kaz. Like I always say that he's like chaotic neutral, but he's not so dumb as to like start shit where he's definitely gonna get in trouble for it.
Yeah. Okay. Question 3, and we'll let Matt answer this one first. If you could interject yourself into the story at any point, even if your character isn't there, so that more or less is just for me and Mika, where would you come in to intervene, and what would you like to do? Would you change the course of the story, or would you just kind of do a little bit of trolling?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kill is pretty much sort of like. Are you hearing an echo, or is it just me? Sorry.
Just you.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
It's like slight on my end, so it might be in the recording, but it's not like bad.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, he's like pretty much done. Oh my god, it's so distracting. Go to Garrett.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my headphones.
We'll
Hang
go
on.
back.
Okay. Wait, Mika, what's your answer?
I was just thinking about this. So, because I'm trying to think of moments that, like, I don't know if I would have handled them better, per se. I'm no professional here. But I know there's been moments where I, like, look at what the characters are doing and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, so I'm trying to think of, like, I feel like there's been, like, okay, so, alright, so I'll say it. If I could have been in that bar the first day that, like, Kaz was just going off for no reason,
Yep.
I'm socking that man immediately. I'm, like, smacking some sense in it.
Yep.
Or just, okay, so this is a small story that only Garrett will understand as well, but I'm gonna do the Brenda from BP and have like a sit down therapy session with him real quick for free, a la carte, so that we can.
I love it.
Because oh my god, boy, that would be my move.
I feel like you and I are very uniquely situated as well, because like we remember so much because we're not having to be sitting there focusing on role playing.
Absolutely.
All we do is focus on what is happening. So like I was losing my goddamn mind when y'all were in there talking to Athair and forgot everything you had ever learned about the nanobush. And I'm sitting there screaming in the chat about it, being like, hey guys, this was like a sacred animal that only comes around as an omen and is like very important to the Moorfolk because it saved them from the dogmen. And I just wish that I could have like been a fucking Skyrim courier. Like, oh, hello, I've been looking for you. I have a letter that is for your eyes only. And you open it up and it's just like, lie better, motherfuckers. You're so fucking dumb. Like, I was so, and like, it's so minute. It didn't affect the story at all. Like, in the overarching world that you are creating, doesn't matter. But oh my god, that was the one moment where I was just like, why did none of you write down fucking shit about this bird? Like, why?
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh my god. So that's my answer. Garrett, how do you feel? What's your answer?
We've had a lot of moments throughout this campaign where there's been like 5 straight minutes of shitting on Kaz. And I think put me in any moment that happens and I want to give my boy a hug.
Oh my god.
It's okay, Kaz. They don't mean it. They're just ribbing you because they like you.
Yup.
He's like, shut the fuck up.
He's fine.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice. And Matthew.
Yes.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny because like when you just said that, Garrett, I'm like, do people rip on Kaz?
I didn't think
'Cause
they did.
like I feel like people mostly rip on Cassander, if anybody.
No,
Yeah.
no. There's been moments where like you and Kiss have just like roasted Kaz.
You know what? Okay, that's been like, I think I remember one time, but
Yeah, it's happened like 2 or 3 times.
Okay. Hill definitely gets his shots in sometimes, but that's mostly Matt using Kill to get shots in for my own amusement than Kill actually getting shots in. Like it was very funny that you failed that saving throw and had to run out of Desmond's cave.
Oh
and, Kill just kept kind of been like, well, I mean, you ran, so whatever. Anyway,
Bad vibes.
So this is me, Matt, the person. If I could jump into the scene, what would I? How would I affect things? I don't know if I would affect much of anything. I think I would I'd want to hang out with my boy and just like vibe with him. I think for sure.
Smoke them shrooms.
And and he'd probably make me feel a lot better about myself.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He's got that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did Jenna answer this question as well?
Yes.
Okay, I can read this.
Do you want to read it?
Since,
Okay.
Sal answered this question.
Sal answered this question as well. I can. Yeah, if you want to read.
Do
Sal's,
it. Read both of them.
Sure.
No, just go.
Fuck
it's
it.
Mika moment.
Okay. And I gotta find it. Okay, so number 3 from Jenna. She said, if I just lived within this world, these towns, I'd want to take in my sweet Rennie and foster that kid in the absence of any conceivable guiding figures in his life. So true, so true. But within the story specifically, I would just want to pal around with the party, kind of like Matt had said. I want Kiss to read my future. I want to gossip with Indigo. Oh my god, the tea would be mwah, so good. And Kaz could teach me how to sail, romantic as hell, and quiet nature walks and stargazing with Kill. I think specifically I would also want to walk with Kill. I think that would be so lovely. And then Sal had said, I would love to be a crew member on the Coast Runner during the duel between Kaz and Eric. not to instigate anything, but to just really witness it. The beatdown of a century.
I think, like, we're just all such gossip whores.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, we just love the drama. So, like, when it all comes
Absolutely.
down to it, it's like, I want to gossip with Indigo.
Mhm.
I want to watch someone beat the shit out of
Yep.
someone else. Like, we don't want to be that involved. We kind of
No,
just want
I
to
wanna
be like,
a passive observer.
mm,
That's tough. Shit. I love it.
fucking sucks, my guy.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Now, we do have 3 questions from B-Monk.
the best.
This first one is very important, and this goes out to both of our guest stars. Who would win in a fight, Kill or Kaz?
What kind of fight? Like a fist? Well, I think probably either way, I'm putting my money on Kill.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What is Kill's base speed?
25. Well, 30.
Oh. Now this
Well, it's
that's
20. It's 25 because he's wearing his cloak, but his normal speed is 30.
What
But
about
currently his
swimming?
base speed is 25.
So if you
So-
rip off your cloak right before,
Yeah. If you're
it's me, Grandmama. Poof, kill.
if you have the cloak, I am putting my money 100% on Kaz. The ability to come in and like, I can get my sneak attack in because of my little roguish archetype,
Mhm.
and then I can dash 30 feet away on a bonus action. You can't reach me except with spells.
Yeah, spells are a problem though, my man.
They are a problem. That's true.
I'm killing you with a 3rd level spell 99 times out of 100.
Damn.
Okay.
He just starts
Okay.
blasting.
Yeah. If we took spells, you know what? If we're taking your cloak away, take away spells. Fuck you.
What the fuck? So this is strictly
If we-
hand to hand.
If we
Yeah,
take
I
the
was gonna say,
spells
if-
away from the druid, I put my money on the rope.
Yeah, if I take away all of Kill's advantages, I think I'd win. Like, shit, fam, if I take him out at the knees with a goddamn dagger, I think I'd win too. Like,
I mean, realistically speaking, your AC is 20.
Hmm.
I have +7 to hit.
but you
I mean,
roll
if
like
I-
shit.
What?
You roll like shit, fam.
I've gotten every killing blow. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, whoa, whoa,
I just
whoa.
hate you.
Damn.
Um,
It all comes
and
out.
I wasn't even making the point that like I'm gonna hit him a lot. That's not where I was going with that.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is like +7 isn't a lot. That does mean that I have less than a 50% chance to even hit him. If I'm lucky and I can get in close, which he can stop me from doing with your fucking cloud of spores. Because that's, I mean, I don't know how big the range is on that thing, but then I'm taking damage every time I get close to you. And if I'm not getting close to you, I don't have sneak attack with my bow, unless
Right.
I'm hidden, maybe. But like, I don't like my odds of being able to hide on every bonus action. So, I will say, Kill would probably end up winning.
Yeah. In hand to hand, I mean the grapple is interesting, but like in hand to hand, I would for sure give the edge to Kaz. But spells are good.
By hand to hand, you mean weapon to weapon, not like
Yeah.
literally unarmed.
Of
Okay.
Yeah.
That's important because Kaz cannot punch to save his life.
Yeah. Plus, Kill's got claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
Got
claws,
mitts,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
If it's the end of a long day and Kill has no more spell
Oh
slots,
my god.
Kaz wins. If, like, for some reason Kill isn't using any, like, of his spells and or abilities, like, Rogue is an archetype that is built for, or not, Rogue is a class that is built for actual combat.
It's DPS. It's what he's made for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
will
like,
say
if you can
Kill's-
get in and out,
I will say Kill's still got a shot because a
That
well-timed
AC.
grapple, the AC
Yeah.
is high.
Mhm.
The Spores Druid is specifically set up for melee combat.
Mhm.
I got a fuckload of HP, so he's got a shot. But
I think no
yeah.
matter who wins, the other one is gonna be fucked up.
Mm.
yep.
Like, Kaz has a decent chance of winning if it's just straight up weapon melee fight. But he's not escaping unharmed at all.
That is something I'd honestly like to see, and like that's something that we did in TIFT once, is we did like complete combat between PCs, and then we just said like we treated it as like a wrestling match. So once you got the other player down to 0, you didn't kill them because that's insane, but you just like assumed like TKO, you've knocked them out. Like once you leave the ring, you get all your shit back. Like I'm not trying to ruin everything, but I would love to see that with the 4 of you, because I feel in my soul that for some reason Kiss is gonna come out on top. Like if you round robin that shit, I don't know how, I have no idea how, but I feel like she's just gonna at the end of it dark horse and be like,
I killed everybody.
I would love to have a tournament arc. I have sort of done that in some of my own campaigns or one shots where like the whole conceit is like, oh, we have a resident like high level cleric. So after every fight, no matter how fucked up you get, even if you fucking die, we can revive you.
Yeah. That's awesome. Is that something we could do on Reroll?
fuck yeah.
All right.
I mean, we have
Non-canon nonsense.
we have access to their character sheets. There's no
well, they
reason
could come on.
couldn't.
It would be
Yeah,
a week
that's
where
what
we could all
maybe
be
that's
on.
what we'll start doing.
Yeah.
When we have 2 people on,
like a
we can
head-to-head.
just we'll make our guests fight to the death.
I love it.
Next question, Mika, go.
Fucking. Oh, it was B Monk. Okay, that's in
I sent it to you.
Okay, in the chatting or.
Yeah, no,
In
directly.
there. I got you.
I got you.
All right. Okay. In character creation, do you decide race or class first?
So that was not the next one. It was
Oh,
the highlighted ones,
you're
the
right.
yellow ones. But it's fine. We're gonna answer
No.
this one instead.
We could just skip that one and have that. We'll
Okay.
just say that's another question for later. I'm sorry.
That's a question for next week.
Because there's a better one, and I forgot because it's directed at me, and I want to do that one instead.
We're skipping that question?
We're
Okay, that's
skipping
fine.
it, but think about it.
We'll do it next week. You
Yeah.
can come back next week.
Yeah.
We'll let you come back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll tease it, but sorry. Garrett and Aaron, make me
And Matt.
yeah, if you want to also pitch
We
in.
didn't think Matt was gonna be here.
Yeah, we didn't. So, make me a character.
Okay, so Garrett,
Starting
you
rules.
pick race. I'll pick class, and then Matt can pick subclass.
There we go.
I right off the bat, I need to know one thing: are we
Okay.
making a character that Mika would enjoy playing, or one that is like them?
Mika, what do you want?
I kind of want one that would be me.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
so right off the bat, halfling.
Okay,
Yep.
I changed my mind. Make me tall.
No,
I wanna
you're
be
short. I'm
tall.
sorry.
Goliath.
Wait, this can work out perfectly if Erin does her job.
Okay, all right.
I can hook you up if Erin does her job.
Okay, cool.
She doesn't. It's not on me. It's on her.
Okay, all right.
See, my initial reaction is cleric
Mm,
or bard.
mm-hmm. Because I'm a clown.
Did I do my job?
You need to pick one, is what you got to do.
Who, me?
I feel like okay.
Oh.
I feel like if the character is Mika, yes, they are a performer, but at the end of the day, they are a caretaker. Like that's their shit.
And I'm witchy as fuck, so.
So I'm gonna go with cleric.
Okay. Well, you didn't do your job
Damn it.
such that I could make Mika tall.
Aw, damn it.
Because if you had picked fighter, I could have made her a rune knight, and she could have grown tall as fuck, even as a halfling. It would have been
Damn.
There's
incredible.
no way in hell I was gonna make
They're a
this bitch a
scrapper. They're a
fighter.
scrapper. Do not.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to
Get
be a
me in that
scrapper.
ring. I will put them on a coat hanger and I will rock their shit.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
jeez.
Of course, so you picked cleric that has like roughly 2,000 subclasses. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna think too hard about this. I'm just gonna say
Reaction.
my reaction is I would love to have Mika play like a little bit of a passive aggressive peace cleric. I think that'd be very funny. You know,
I'm down.
Love it.
yeah. Not that you're
That's good
passive
shit.
aggressive, but you know, like you're a
No,
peace
yeah.
cleric, but you kind of like get your shots in. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you guys. What a wonderful character we've created. We're dropping it in next week. Thank you so much. All right.
I am
Yeah.
real quick. I
Yeah.
am making it on D&D Beyond.
Very good.
Perfect.
And the last question for the round, and this is just going to be a fucking one-word answer, everyone. If something happened and you got to play one of the other PCs, and then obviously for me and Mika, just any of the PCs, who are you picking? Gary, go.
Indigo.
Good. Matt,
Indigo.
me, I want to be Kill. Mika,
I'm probably going with Kiss, I think. I think she's fun.
fuck yeah. I knew it. I knew you were going to say Kiss.
Well, she's awesome. I love her.
She's very fucking good.
Yeah.
I was torn. I was going to say Kiss or Kill.
She's just a cutie, and I want to do a British accent. Fuck it.
I also just love her tarot abilities.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That shit's cool. Sal did such a good job.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now it comes to the time where 1 second, let me do my I'll do my sound effect.
Is this our oracle? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's time.
Very mystical.
Thank you.
Very mystical.
I
We
think it's
worked it
worse
out.
than last week. I
It
did
was.
worse.
But we did it.
Do you
It's
want to
okay.
start or do you want me to start?
We'll go 1 and 1. How about
Okay.
that? I'll
All
start
right.
with Kaz.
Do it.
Okay. Kaz. Your future, your thing, your fortune,
horoscope.
your fortune cookie says, your wit is quick and feet nimble, but change your shirt, it's getting wrinkled.
Snaps.
Thank you.
Sander,
That slaps.
if a rodent happens across you, please remember your etiquette. Should you upset him, he will eat all of your shoelaces and you will be greatly embarrassed.
Kill, I'll tell you how I wrote this one after. You look to the moon, and that looks like a beautiful picture. Now we can have some coffee.
Indigo, wine is not the answer to all your problems, but it is the question. Keep asking. And this has
That's
been
going a lot.
Reroll Horoscopes!
Hey. I wrote kills with word, like whatever the apple finishes a
Oh,
sentence.
like yeah.
It came out kind of good though. So it wasn't bad.
The predictive
That's
text.
amazing.
Yes, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
There are 2 questions in here that are for me specifically,
Mhm.
and I don't know when I'm going to be back on reroll.
That's
Hey,
so
do
fair.
it.
Do it up.
So there was
Hey, what?
and this one's really
Let-
quick. What's up?
Let your boy Matt drop off and go to sleep real quick.
Go
But-
ahead.
Okay.
I love
Bet,
y'all.
homie.
I love the Dicey crew. I love the Dicey fam.
We love you.
I'll see you on Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.
Hey, dude.
Hey, thank you, Matt.
Lil-
What a gem. Okay, and also everything turned off real quick, so give it a second.
Oh, he left right before Korean.
Stop recording.
Real fucky.
No, we still recording. It just looked like shit for 2 seconds.
Cool.
We're still here.
All right,
So-
go.
So there was what happened to Kaz's ship. It was briefly mentioned early in the campaign. But basically there was like a Navy ship just sunk him. That's why at the beginning of the campaign, Kaz just like washes up on a beach and he's like, I need a drink.
Very Jack Sparrow.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
like it.
Is there any similarity between Kaz and Garrett? Now, I don't know if necessarily I have to answer that one. So we can save that if you want.
You're
But it
here,
is-
so
You're
we can
here.
roast
I want to
you.
roast you.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Oh, good.
Thank you. We're on
Okay.
the
Go,
same
Mika,
page.
go.
This
we're going in
motherfucker.
turn.
No, I think I should finish it.
You're okay.
Bitch.
Mika's gonna come in strong at the end.
Yeah.
I feel like Kaz is such a fucking instigator. Like, he sees exactly what is going to make you be like, what? Hey! And it's just like, I'ma say that. Fuck you. Fuck your mom. It's time for me to make you uncomfortable and make you just a little self-conscious. Just a tiny bit. And Garrett loves to do that shit. I once had a pimple on my face, and Garrett took a photo of my Discord and then drew a circle around the pimple and drew a bunch more and sent it to me. And I was just sitting here like, well, fucking
Yo!
okay, bud. Like, that shit was wild. I have never felt so attacked in my life. And I know Garrett loves me, and I love Garrett, but hot damn, did that man ever come for my fucking throat? It was brutal.
This man is crying.
There's one thing about me as a friend. It's that I really love just like harmless chaos.
Oh my
Just
god.
like because I know that you know that I would never like judge you harshly for that. So just being like, I know this is gonna get a reaction. This is gonna get a reaction. Let's go.
Funny.
Oh my god.
And we were in like the middle of a stream too, and I was like, oh, Garrett texted me. It must be something important if he's texting me during stream. Open it up, and I'm just like, oh no, he just wanted to let me know that he sees that I look like shit and wants me to know he knows. Like, okay, thanks, my guy. Fucking priceless.
Garrett's a motherfucking Pisces, guys. That's all. So he's a dramatic little boy, and I don't know. See this?
Wow.
I thought I was gonna be able to like keep it going, but like you got so hard. But as his resident,
Flashbacks.
as his homie, who knows him IRL. God damn it, does that man love to... He's a contrarian, for one, just like Kaz. And, yeah, he'll pick fights no matter what. for very small things. So, is that man like Kaz? Fuck yes. And that's
Garrett is very non-violent.
Yes.
In my experience.
Never like yeah.
Damn if he will not fight you with words.
Oh my god. He'll make you want to fight him for sure.
Fucking.
Alright. Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. Alright, ego officially bruised.
You're fucked.
I'm gonna come at this kind of real instead of just roasting.
So fair, yeah.
Not that that's not real, because you're right.
No, and he's also one of both of our like closest, nicest, best friends. So
100%,
and a wonderful, wonderful human being.
Yes, we adore him.
Let's make that.
We
known.
are Garrett's Gorals.
Yes.
And Garrett is the G in Gorals.
Mm-hmm. He's the G that holds us together.
He is true. He's the real G.
I don't think I have ever played a character that is so vastly different from me that I can't look at most of the things they do and be like,
I get
yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
A lot of Kaz, what I try to channel is absolutely that inner voice that's like,
do it.
Send Aaron that picture of her
Cause
pimple.
harm.
Because I wanted to make a character who is more like, not necessarily chaotic, but he's absolute like probably the closest thing to my id made manifest that I could make, without derailing a campaign and being like a murder hobo. Because I don't think it's a technically intrusive thoughts, but I constantly am like imagining the meanest thing I can do or the most chaotic thing I can do.
That's true.
It happens to me so much that having Kaz as an outlet for that is really, really nice in a lot of ways. Except everyone in the fucking group is dumb. And so like I will have to make Kaz be like the voice of reason from time to time, and I hate it. I want to be a child.
This is my sandbox. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
I adore.
Yeah. Sorry we
All
flamed you
right.
so hard.
No, it's
Yeah,
so
fucking
deserved.
destroyed. I love it.
I sent Aaron a picture of her pimple during her stream.
True.
I zoomed in and circled it.
Oh
I'm
my
pretty sure I had an
God.
arrow to it as well.
You did, and then you drew more.
No.
And I was like,
Oh yeah, I know. Oh man, I remember like exactly the picture
Oh
too.
my God.
that's so
God,
funny.
I
So
oh,
funny,
man.
like genuinely hilarious. In a way that only like a mildly like hurtful thing can be. When you know that it's not intended to be hurtful.
Absolute. I'm gonna find this picture because
Do
I
it.
know it's in our fucking.
You do that well. Mika and I will do our wild prediction for this
Oh,
week.
true. We gotta. Okay, so we're gonna go build off of each other again.
Yes.
All right, let's
do it.
fucking do it. You start.
Okay. I think that Indigo will surge and it will have a direct effect on Rennie.
Ooh. Okay. So this is I'm looping Dom into this as well.
Yes. I forgot about Dom.
Yeah. What so yeah, what if he wild magic surges Savage? Someone's going to Savage Surge, of course, because they're
Yes.
chaotic in the chat. Oh my god, I don't want to give them ideas though. Guys, do this mindfully. I'm not endorsing it. But if we accidentally killed Dom Noble during his guest starring appearance, I don't want it to happen.
No, that's it. That's the prediction.
Oh god,
Indigo,
we kill Dom.
who is IRL, like Jamie and Dom are good friends.
Yeah.
Indigo will murder Dom's character via savage wild magic surge.
Yep.
That's good shit.
Mhm.
That's so good.
Mhm. What do we, just real quick, what do we think that wild magic surge is gonna look like?
I think it's gonna be like 7th level magic missile.
Oh fuck.
And it is just going to explode him into tiny pieces.
Tiny little chunks. Oh my god. Dom, if you're watching, I'm
Do we
so
want to
sorry.
pause it? What do you think his character is going to be? Like, give me what race do you think this man's playing? Let's see if we can knock this on the head.
I'm trying to see, like, maybe if... Oh, yeah, okay, because what are we missing from our party currently?
So many things.
So many things.
We don't have an elf, a human, a gnome, a dwarf, dragonborn,
Ooh.
Goliath, orc.
Okay. Maybe he's gonna even out the group with one other small being, like a gnome.
Little.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
If he does gnome, I think he's gonna do. Okay, so you're saying gnome.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say we've got a lot of casters.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say gnome fighter,
Mhm.
and let's see. He's got what fun? What are the fighter subclasses?
He's gonna be a gunslinger.
Fucking, I hope so. That's it. That's our thing. This man's gonna
Gunslinging
play a
gnome.
gnome gunslinger.
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
All right.
So good, guys.
I couldn't find
And
it.
that was 50 minutes, so approximately an hour of.
But wait, because we got our 2-minute thing. We're gonna make Garrett talk for 2 minutes about a random word.
You're right. And yes, because
To
it is
punish
just you.
our
Yeah.
to punish you for being on the show.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Let me randomly
Never be able
generate
to
this.
again anyway because I work Tuesdays.
We have a random word generator also. I got
Yeah,
it.
I have a random weird word generator. All right. Your word is purslane. Glossy, lightweight cotton.
Ursuline?
Purslane.
Here, wait. Let me make sure I have the definition before I really.
The
I know you
definition
just
is
read it.
literally glossy.
How do you spell it?
Percalline.
Thank you.
Purslane.
Ursuline. Wait, C-I?
So it's
So-
like,
sorry,
Percalline.
it's like pearlescent almost. Or-
Yeah.
A lightweight cotton fabric, especially fabrics. Oh my God! No, I know. I think I know like exactly what they're talking about.
Okay.
No, actually, what?
Is this what you
Ready?
start?
Yeah.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about like a glossy fabric used for book bindings, I hear that, but it makes me think of like overly smooth bed sheets. I don't know if that's accurate to say, but like I fucking hate that. Give me like a bed sheet. A bed sheet needs to feel like just a thin ass blanket. I shouldn't be able to like run my feet across it and make sparks, because that is exactly what the glossy type of shit I'm thinking of does. Have you ever done that where you just like run your feet along and it makes sparks? Fuck that. That's not comfortable. I feel gross sleeping in it. I feel sticky. Maybe I don't know if it just makes me like sweaty, but like every time I'm in like that kind of sheet, I'm just like, fuck that. I'm not into it at all. I want the kind of blanket I want is like I'm in my fucking room.
Yes.
Nice.
This
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like overly fuzzy things, but I don't want something to be overly smooth either. Just a nice big comforter, and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
A top sheet is fine. It shouldn't be glossy. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about with glossy fabric used for book bindings. If we're talking about a regular book binding, that seems like a soft cover.
Yeah, or like the inside of a book cover.
Yeah.
Oh, like the laminated, or it feels like it's laminated.
When you
What are we
open a
talking about?
book and you like, it's on the inside of the cover.
Yeah.
Here,
Like
I have a couple soft cover
Let's
books.
pull
in
out a book. What's a book?
what is
I want to
book?
I want to make
Someone
sure.
help.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm breaking stuff. Oh no, my wire got caught on a drawer. I just
Garrett,
leave drawers open because I'm a monster.
you are a hardcover book.
A hardcover book.
It has to be a hardcover.
You said a soft cover.
That's not what I said. Run that shit back. Replay that shit.
Oh,
Future Mika.
Oh no, actually I know. Yeah, you can do that.
I
Fuck off.
can.
Better.
Edit
I know
a
exactly what you're
mustache on
talking about.
Garrett.
It's so you can't do that.
I
have
could
a
do it.
mustache. You can't. If you're doing it right now, fuck you. Oh, did you find it?
This is the photo that Garrett sent me of
Oh,
me.
I added more pimples.
Oh my god.
Yup.
Perfect. 10 out of
He
10.
also sent me this one.
Wow, Garrett.
It's not gonna focus, but there you
So
go.
funny though. It's perfect. Fuck off. Comedic genius.
Oh my god.
But that was 2 minutes on Percoline.
I
Oh, yeah.
gotta say, I think we gave you a hard one, but you did ride with it, so.
Yeah.
These words are insanely
die.
hard.
Mhm.
Like the one that generates after is photesthesia.
What the
Oh yeah,
Sense
you're making
vision.
it fucking difficult.
Hypnomogia, which is a
What?
synonym. Hypnomogia, which is a synonym for insomnia.
Oh.
Antistrophe, repetition of words in reverse order. Thermopile. I actually know what a thermopile is, but
Amazing. Okay. Well, that was an episode.
take us out,
we
Mika. I
shit.
brought us in. I brought us in. You take us out.
Alright, let's wrap this shit up with a rap. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. A rap. It's fine. Marky Mark did
Bars.
that. Bars. I'm not gonna do it though. But anyway,
can.
this has been a little dicey reroll set to fucking beatbox. Binge. Anyway.
You can, well, no, you're editing this afterwards because it's pre-recorded. You
I'm
can
gonna
add
throw
in
some
your own
auto
shit.
tune on that shit.
Yeah.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
You got 3 really white people. Let's
Get
rap.
Anson to just auto-tune like this last little bit to sound like a song. I bet he would love that. And make sure he knows it can be shitty.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll make it. It's just as good as it needs to be. Which is none. So anyway, so this has been a little dicey reroll. Check us out. We're gonna be this is pre-recorded, but we're gonna do this in the Tuesday slot at 8 p.m. starting. And we'll we can hang out and chat. Make sure you've been here. You were here the whole time. We're present in this moment together. And then make sure tomorrow in the real check out a little dicey Wednesday. It'll be tomorrow for you guys though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was Fuck! Tomorrow is a little dicey. The Great Naladian Crown with Dom Noble as our guest star. Fucking rad. We're so excited. Thursday, Sal's gonna be playing a video game. Unclear what time that's gonna be. We'll see, man. And Friday is a podcast somewhere in the time of day. It's gonna happen. Matt and Sal. So, thank you guys.
We will run a raffle for 2,000 points.
Oh yeah, yes.
It's happening right now. As this is being said, it's happening in the chat right
Whoa.
now.
It's already done practically.
Do that exclamation point join. Get your ass in there and do it quick. You got 30 seconds, baby. Keep it moving. 1,000, 2,000 point. I don't know. Fucking yeah.
We'll choose at the time that we actually type the command.
Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Bye.
Bye.